Hi, I'm an old guy and I do maths. Now, those of you who've read the header will know that this is our problem. Y is equal to negative 3 plus log 10 of 2x plus 1, and we have three things to find. We need to find the axis intercepts, that's the x and y intercept of this on a graph. We need to find the asymptote, which is also essential for graphing this. And we need to find the inverse. Now, if this were an exam question, I'd start with the easiest of the three questions, and that is finding the asymptote. In order to do that, this cannot equal 0. It's got to be greater than 0. Why? If we think about this in terms of an exponential expression, we've got 10 to the power of something equals this. Now, 10 to the power of what equals 0? Well, nothing. There's no power of 10 that will give us 0. We can find a power of 10 that will give us an incredibly small number, but not 0. So in terms of logarithmic notation, this thing has to be greater than 0. So let's go to work. Well, actually, I've been to work, I've done the problem, and I'll talk you through it. So in order for this to exist, this must be greater than 0. So let's find out what value of x gives us 0. This is incredibly simple mathematics. Certainly by the time you get to doing logarithms, it's very simple for you. 2x plus 1 equals 0, 2x equals negative 1, x equals negative a half. And over here, we've got a very rough drawing of the asymptote. So let's spoil the surprise, push the page right up here, and I'll talk you through the rest of this. In order to find a y-intercept, we make x equals 0. So what do we get? We get y equals negative 3 plus log in base 10 of 2 times 0 plus 1. Tidy that up, and this is log in base 10 of 1. What is the value of that? Well, 10 to the power of 0 equals 1. So this expression here is equal to 0, which means that we can pretty much put a line through this. And what we wind up with is y equals negative 3 plus 0. Y equals negative 3. That's over here. That's done. What's the next step? Well, make y equals 0. Slightly trickier, but not impossible. Set up the equation. Start modifying it, moving things about as much as you can. We get to this point, and if we convert this to exponential notation, we get 10 to the power of this equals 10 to the power of that. So what does that give us? Well, 10 to the power of 3 is 1,000. So 2x plus 1 must equal 1,000. And again, some simple algebra, and we get x equals 99 over 2. So our graph, 999 over 2, has these two intercepts and our asymptote there. Wildly out of scale, badly drawn, but enough. Now, the last part of this is to find the inverse. Again, I've done the job. The spoiler's down here. Let's see how we get to there. So the general rule is that if you want to find an inverse, you replace x with y and y with x. So we swap them around, and we get this. And with a little bit of work, a tiny bit of manipulation, we get this and this. And so we have a log expression on its own here. Now, we can rewrite this. We can rewrite this in exponential form. So what this is saying is that 10 to the power of x plus 3 is going to equal that. And that's what we've got here. So what does that mean? Well, it means that with a simple bit of algebra, we can get y on its own. And this is the process. 2y plus 1 equals 10 to the x plus 3. Move the 1. Divide by 2. And that's our answer. And that's how it's done. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that useful. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.